There's no stain on this table, it's just the shellac and linseed oil finish. So I'm going to repair the cracks, French polishing, using the same material. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to wet sand the top. I have a bit of 400 grit paper here, and this is how I was taught and how I've been doing for 40 years, how to hand sand. I'm not going to use a block on this because we're just sanding the finish. So this is how we do it. This is a quarter of a sheet of sandpaper. Easy, fold it like that, over like that, 3 fingers right there. That way you can sand and use your fingers for pressure. And then when that corner is done, then you do that corner, and you do that corner. And the thing about sanding is what my old dad told me. He says, concentrate on the corners and the edges. We don't have corners, so we'll concentrate on the edges. And the middle tends to look after itself on its own. So I have a bit of, it's actually baby oil, mineral oil. I'm going to do a couple of flicks of that to wet sand it. And then I'll follow that with a little bit of mineral spirits, just to make it a little slurry. And this is how we sand. 3 fingers on, and we go. Sanding. This is Honduras mahogany. Very dense, very old. The wood hasn't been stained at all. It's just the natural color of the wood. So I will sand. This will take a while. I'll have to sand and then wipe it off and see how we've how much of the scratches have come out. And then I'll wipe it off and do it again. And then luckily we'll rework the finish. The good thing about these old shellac finishes, you can rework them. What we used to call pulling over. No, looks like I have the tabletop. Click down properly. There we go. There's a little brass mechanism underneath the lock. Then when I say look at the edges, you don't want to sand over the edge, you don't want to sand through the finish. You don't want to sand through the finish. Keep on going. Good. Quite see how much of the scratches. I'll take a couple of goes. Okay, there's no, as I said, there's no stain in the wood. This is just the natural color of wood, and there's no color added to the finish. Just the sort of amberish color of the shellac. So this is what we call a shellac rubber. Some people call it a fad, but we always use the word shellac rubber. Basically, it is just basically some towel, and it's folded into a bag, a pointed bag to get in the corners. I'm not worried about corners on this, but there you go. So I'm first going to add just a little layer of shellac, thin shellac. I'll do 1 or 2 quick thin coats, let that dry, and then I have to come back and work it. So here's a little bit of shellac. I'll let that soak in. We have methyl hydrate. I'm just going to add a bit to that. As I apply the finish more and more, we'll use less shellac and more methyl hydrate. But we just got to get a little skim coat on here. Thing is, the methyl hydrate dissolves the top surface of the previous shellac, so they bond quite well. And we'll just go straight across now. I might just do this twice and then go have a coffee. Let that dry out, and then we'll start working the finish. And you see, the good thing about shellac, it dries almost immediately. And then I'll just go the other way. So I won't get any ridges. I haven't got enough material on here to make ridges, but if I do, I'll work it out. And then that'll be it for a little bit, and then I will go have a coffee, let that dry for a half hour or so. In the meantime, I'll put the seat on this chair. This chair was in for repair. It had fallen over backwards, and it had snapped off here and here. This piece was broken completely off. So what I had to do was glue it. Luckily it was a long joint. Still not quite strong enough, so I had to dowel it in from the sides. And once I get the seat on, I don't think anybody can tell that anything's been done to that. There's repair, and then there's what we call the cosmetics, which is often longer and more complicated than the actual repair in the first place. Okay, here we go again. Now we're going to start working the finish using the rubber, and I'm just going to get a little bit of baby oil, mineral oil, and you just put a couple of flicks on there, and then a little bit of methyl hydrate. Let's put a goodly amount. The rubber still has some shellac in here. And what I'm going to do is start working the finish, doing the old working it in. And what will happen, the mineral oil is just to lubricate the pad. It doesn't really become part of the finish, but it stops the pad from biting in too much and pulling off to the finish. And we just work it. And just depending how things go, it is sort of a humid time of year. Sometimes you get a little bit of fogging if the air is really humid. And don't want to work it too much. And once that oil is gone, you add a little bit more baby oil just to lubricate the pad. A little bit of grabby spot there. You don't want the rubber to stop, it'll sort of grab. And when things go right, you use less and less shellac, which I haven't added any, and you start to decrease the amount of shellac. A little bit of just, there we go, it's running fine now. It just goes by feel. And then as it dries, you get to a point where the rubber seems to be working really well. See, the finish is kind of soft. It's dry to the touch, but soft. If I pressed hard, I'd leave a fingerprint. So I'm just sort of working it. And then toward the end, as it feels dry, I basically just rub it with the palm of my hand really hard. Now, sometimes it looks like it's done, and you leave it, but it's always good to leave it for a day or so because it tends to shrink a little bit. So sometimes you have to rework it the next day. Okay, I'm going to put the rubber back in its little house. Keep that. Should be slightly tacky. Put that on there, put that on there. Maybe I'll put the seat on that chair while I'm waiting. Okay, I'm starting to run out the rubber. It's getting to the point where I can finish it. And I finish it. Away. It's still got a bit. I can start. Just using my hand. Heat in my hand. Warms up this shellac, just dries it off, polishes it nice. The heat in my hand, just my bare hand and my palm. Just, if I pressed hard, it would make a fingerprint, but just using your palm, pressing fairly hard. Yeah, that's how we're going to let that sit for a couple of days.